Marla Maples had no comment. Now she's making no excuses about her scandalous affair with billionaire Donald Trump on Entertainment Tonight for this Wednesday, May 23rd, 1990.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh in Hollywood.
And hi, everybody. I'm Mary Hart here in New York City. For months, Marla Maples was the mysterious other woman in the Ivana and Donald Trump divorce scandal. Today, she's going public as commercial spokeswoman for No Excuses Jeans. But she also went private in an exclusive interview with Entertainment Tonight. In the first press conference since being named the other woman in the Trump split-up, Marla Maples beamed. But afterwards, she told Entertainment Tonight that the last few months have torn her apart.
The first month was the toughest. It was hard for me to realize that it was truly happening. I had to achieve a strong sense of self during that time in order to combat what was going on in the media.
Maples also talked about Donald Trump and questions of him financially supporting her and if the billionaire had okayed her working for the jeans company.
He is absolutely supportive of my choice to work for New Retail Concepts. He's behind me and supported me in the decision, so he's proud.
Maples said that being in the public eye has left her feeling isolated.
I want no men around. Actually, yeah, it's very sad if ever I'm seen with my manager and his wife happens to be right beside me. You know, they're going to knock her out of the shot, put us together, and it's a sad thing that happens because it really does hurt people.
At the press conference, Maples donated $25,000 of her commercial fee to an environmental group. The action surprised some because of the tabloid reports that she only made about $600 last year.
That's why I'm very happy to be working with No Excuses, and I'm able to afford to donate this money.
Previous No Excuses spokeswomen include Joan Rivers and Donna Rice, the infamous other woman who helped derail Gary Hart's presidential campaign.
30 years ago this June, Alfred Hitchcock's chilling horror classic Psycho terrified moviegoers. But audiences didn't know about the secret crime behind the story, a crime so heinous the town victimized by it is still reeling today. Garrett Glazer reports.
The Bates Motel has long been a symbol of film fear and terror, but most moviegoers don't know that it was this innocent-looking farmhouse in central Wisconsin that inspired the story of Norman Bates and his mother.
The original Psycho is based on a real person and real circumstances.
This was the real person. His name was Eddie Gein, and the real circumstances involved grave robbing and murder. In Psycho, moviegoers were stunned by the seemingly harmless Norman Bates committing murder in a shower and on a stairway and perfectly preserving his domineering mother. If Hitchcock's film shocked movie audiences, what happened here outside tiny Plainfield, Wisconsin, shocked the world. This is where Eddie Gein lived. Eddie was known locally as a farmhand, but later he'd become known as something else, the Butcher of Plainfield. Plainfield was just a tiny hamlet of 600 people back in 1957 when Ed Gein was arrested for murder. Writer Robert Bloch was living just a few miles away.
I was struck by the fact that such a murder could take place in a community and be perpetrated by someone who lived there all their lives without the other citizens being aware of it.
The someone who lived there was Ed Gein. Fred Reed was a neighbor.
He was a very quiet, kind of easygoing fellow. A lot of people like to pick on him. Everybody's got to have somebody they'd like to pick on, and being the way he was, people would crack a joke about him or something.
But Ed Gein's hidden life was no joke. Not only was he arrested for murder, but when sheriff's deputies investigated his farmhouse, they made a horrible discovery.
There was a chair with human skin on. There was a lamp with human skin.
Ed Gein later would confess to 2 murders, but what shocked Plainfield and the nation was his confession that he'd been robbing graves at the local cemetery. All of the victims were women. Bags of body parts were discovered at the farmhouse.
At first, nobody believed it, I guess, and then once they did, then everybody was scared. Your hair would stand up on the back of your neck all the time. You lived in fear.
Ed Gein died in 1984. He is buried next to his mother, who many believe was so dominant she helped drive him to madness. They are buried in the same cemetery he once robbed. The fact that Gein had committed these crimes without Plainfield knowing about them inspired Robert Bloch to write the book Psycho. He sold the rights for $9,000, and Norman Bates became a screen legend. Sharon Laporte is one of the 813 people who live in Plainfield today. Like many of the citizens of this town, she would like the memory of Ed Gein and his deranged acts to just go away.
I know a lot of people personally that were involved. It brings a tear to your eye and a thump to your heart. Enough is enough. Let it be gone forever.
In Plainfield, Wisconsin, Garrett Glazer, Entertainment Tonight.
Ed Gein was never tried for his crimes. The courts declared him a schizophrenic and unfit to stand trial. He spent the last 27 years of his life in a mental institution. Now, to tomorrow's Inside Story. Acting wild and crazy helped turn comedians like Robin Williams into superstars. Now, a new generation of comics is ready for center stage, and their gimmick is being wackier than ever.
Do stuff with pencils, mop my nose, just... There's stuff like that to get them to stop and watch the show.
The crazy new stars of stand-up comedy on our Inside Story tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
Coming up next, guess who's in charge when the husband and wife team of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore team up for a new movie? And later, a look back at the career of middleweight champ Rocky Graziano, one of the best-loved boxers of all time.
Hi.
Oh, hi. We're having dinner at that new restaurant across the street.
Yeah.
They don't serve wine yet.
I know. What are you having?
Chicken, fish, pasta.
Here, try this. They'll love it.
Gallo. I think they might want something a little fancier.
Just let them taste it. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Nice wine.
Good job, Dave. What is it?
Ernest and Julio Gallo's White Grenache. It will change the way you think about Gallo.
You don't get to be number one by standing still.
Ford Trucks, the best ever ran.
Only Ranger has Ford's exclusive touch drive to let you go in and out of four-wheel drive at the touch of a button. No wonder Ranger leaves the competition in the dust.
Ford Trucks, the best ever rest.
The best-built, best-selling American trucks are built Ford tough.
Every Lexus ES250 contains valuable items like a multi-valve V6, anti-lock brakes, a 6-speaker stereo, and a driver's side airbag supplemental restraint system, which is why every ES250 also contains one of these. A theft deterrent system. The Lexus ES250 from $21,050. To get your hands on one, say Lexus of Portland.
Once a helicopter battle has been engaged, somebody is going to die.
He's the Army's best combat instructor. His objective, train an elite helicopter squad.
If you fail it, you're out. If you pass it, you're in. That's all there is to it.
His challenge, make them better.
You've been pushing me from the beginning.
We don't make any exceptions in this outfit, ever.
His mission, take them into combat and bring them home alive.
Take them out, Rattler.
We're on the way.
Jacob!
We're open for business.
Firebirds, rated PG-13.
Starts Friday, May 25th at a theater near you.
Bruce Willis is one of the hottest stars in Hollywood and is probably pretty used to getting the star treatment. But things were a bit different on the set of his new film, Mortal Thoughts. Not only was he working with his wife, actress Demi Moore, she was the one calling the shots.
Action!
In Mortal Thoughts, Demi Moore tries to come to the aid of her best friend Glenn Headley, whose husband has become abusive. That husband is played by Bruce Willis, Moore's real-life husband. This is their first film together, and Moore is Willis's boss, since she is also one of the film's producers.
I like being a part of the production and making it happen. I like being in control.
But Moore didn't have complete control when Willis decided to interrupt her interview.
What she meant to say was, Bruce Willis was really pretty good in this film, but there were some things that he could have done a little better, right?
And we're going to go discuss how we can do that right now.
No, you're not going anywhere. Just stay right here and talk to me while I do this. My wife was kind enough to hire me for this film.
He begged.
Willis's character is on a terrible bender in this scene, reminding the actor how close he came to the edge in the old days.
I certainly remember what it's like to be high, what it's like to be whacked out of my head. It's been a very interesting work process for me because it's like revisiting someone that I used to know.
This is a supporting role for Willis, and he doesn't mind taking a back seat, especially on his wife's project.
It's good for me to not always have to carry the weight, you know, it kind of makes it more about acting instead of being the thing, the star, you know. Excuse me.
The couple says they'd like to work together again, maybe in a romantic comedy. Mortal Thoughts is expected to be out early next year.
Bruce Willis can make cash registers ring and dollar signs dance in the head of every Hollywood accountant. But when they sent his latest hit, Look Who's Talking, overseas, you might say he was the one who got lost in the translation. John Travolta was the cabbie love-struck over single mother Kirstie Alley in the $138 million hit, Look Who's Talking. But it was the newborn Mikey who delivered all the laughs.
Put me back in! Put me back in!
Bruce Willis was the voice of Mikey, but now that the film is headed overseas, Mikey's voice is changing.
Suélteme la cabeza! Remettez-moi à l'intérieur, vite! Steck mich wieder rein! Steck mich wieder rein! Rimettetemi dentro! Rimettetemi dentro per pietà!
The German Mikey role went to Thomas Gottschalk.
Bruce Willis did it so well that you, of course, have an imagination of how to do it. But I think I got it different, and I hope it's well.
Tu dois penser à la même chose que moi, toi.
Ouais, miam miam. A French Mikey was made possible with the talents of Daniel Auteuil, who can be seen in the comedy Mama, There's a Man in Your Bed. Comedian Mancho Barajo gave life to Mikey in the Spanish version. Italy chose actor Paolo Villaggio, currently starring in a Fellini film.
Questa cosa di guidare io l'ho capita.
Chances are, no matter what language the lines are delivered in, Mikey's going to get the laughs.
Ya nos veremos. Hasta pronto.
Look Who's Talking has already made $138 million in this country, and foreign markets have already added another $81 million to that take. So far, the foreign versions have hit #1 in every country where it has been released.
7 years ago on Broadway, Timothy Busfield was an understudy for Matthew Broderick in Brighton Beach Memoirs. He never got to go on stage, but moved on to fame and fortune in TV's 30-something. Now, Busfield is back on Broadway, making his onstage debut in A Few Good Men.
Okay, Mike, this one right
TV audiences know him as Elliot Weston, the yuppie ad man on 30-something. Now, Timothy Busfield is trying his hand at Broadway in A Few Good Men, as he plays a wisecracking attorney who defends 2 Marines in a murder trial.
Sir? Harold, you say sir, and I turn around and look for my dad. Daniel, Danny, Dan, Kathy. Hey, this can be fun, you know? It's much more romantic. I mean, here, this is, you know, Richard Burton's dressing room. You know what I mean? This has been so many great actors in 70 years have had this dressing room. And I'm on Broadway, and you can see the lights out there, and that's exciting.
Busfield says his 30-something fans are surprised to see him without a beard.
That's him. Is that him? No, that's him. You know, for a second. But I like that. That's what an actor wants. You know, I don't want to be known, you know, when I die and your name is in one of those Film Goers Companion little things that they got that breaks down all the actors that ever lived. I don't want to be known as Timothy Busfield, bearded American actor. You know what I mean?
When Busfield finishes up on Broadway, he's going right back to 30-something, and he says producers will be writing his new close shave into the storyline. Mary?
Frank Sinatra is singing the praises of his very own pasta sauce, and it turns out old Blue Eyes is taking the lid off a secret family recipe.
It's cold, but it's very good. I got the world on a string.
In Los Angeles, Frank Sinatra introduced his new line of pasta sauces, simply called Sinatra's, to Southern California with the help of Annette Funicello, Steve Lawrence, and Edie Gourmet, Don Rickles, and the Sinatra family. Frank said the recipe was his father's.
I watched my parents cook for 100 years, you know. And somebody one day said to me, why don't you put it out on the market? So I said, okay.
And the chairman of the board told a presidential-sized gathering of the press that he does not consider his sauce in competition with Paul Newman's brand.
Paul is a friend of mine. I hope he does well, and we do well with that. I don't pay any attention to sales anyway.
As to the fact that Newman donates all his profits to charity, Sinatra said some of his pasta sauce dollars will also be donated.
Well, we do that. We're doing that now. Oh, yes, sure. But we're just not making any comments about it, that's all.
Meanwhile, his pal Don Rickles claimed that he, too, will soon have a product on the market sure to capitalize on his reputation.
We're going to have a big cocktail party for it. It's going to be a big turnout. Jockey shorts. Don Rickles special jockey shorts. They don't ride when you walk fast. You'll love them.
Frank Sinatra sauce will sell for about $3 a bottle.
If you loved KXL's old format but hate their new sound, now there's a new station playing your easy listening favorites, right in the middle of your AM dial. Easy 970.
At Safeway, it's easy to get great produce and the best selection of freshly prepared deli food. At Safeway, it's easy to get oven-fresh baked goods and ocean-fresh seafood. And now it's easier than ever to get all of those things and more, because now Safeway delivers. See the difference Safeway Express Home Delivery makes. Call 1-800-284-7467.
Shucks Parts Ranger. You didn't get these parts at Shucks, did you?
No.
Why don't you come with me, son?
I
We've got a full line of lifetime warranty parts. Buy them once and you'll never have to pay for another, as long as you own your car. Let's go. So why, son? Why didn't you buy Shucks lifetime parts?
It's not my car.
Right.
At today's Shucks, Bendix Premium Brake Shoes start at $13.99 for most domestic and imports.
We got what you need.
My grandkids were never content to let me sit around. Then I realized if I could keep up with them, I could keep up with anybody.
Prepare your car for summer traveling with STP oil treatment, now just $1.49. Castrol motor oil for maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown, now just 99 cents a quart. Payless drugstores. Summer fun for kids of all ages.
You must master numbers, children, so that when a value comes your way, you'll be wise enough to see it. Consider this. You buy 5 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken for $3.99 or 10 pieces for $3 more. Is this good value?
Teacher, this is a very good deal.
You are learning, little one.
One of the most popular fighters to ever step into the ring, Rocky Graziano, died in New York last night of heart failure. He was 71. In his career, Graziano won 67 fights, 52 by knockout. He was considered more of a great slugger than a great boxer. His tactics were pretty simple, just keep on punching. Rocky Graziano rose from the streets of New York to become middleweight boxing champion in 1947. He spent much of his youth in reform school or jail. His real name was Thomas Rocco Barbella, but to obtain a boxing license, he borrowed a birth certificate from a man named Rocco Graziano. His fights with Tony Zale in the 1940s were considered classics, and he retired from the ring in the 1950s. His life story was made into the 1956 film Somebody Up There Likes Me, with Paul Newman playing Graziano.
Have you had it? What are you talking about? He ain't got me, I got him.
The Rock became even more famous after his retirement, capitalizing on his tough but lovable image, with appearances on stage, on television, and in films like Mr. Rock and Roll.
I sang my girl a love song.
He kept active even in his later years, appearing in Atlantic City and on television. He'd been inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame in 1971. Rocky Graziano grew up in a rough neighborhood. He was first arrested at the age of 12 and made 3 trips to reform school. He often made fun of his early delinquency, saying, quote, "I quit school in the 6th grade because of pneumonia. Not because I had it, because I couldn't spell it."
When Bo and Jeff Bridges starred as brothers in the Fabulous Baker Boys, they added another chapter to one of Hollywood's favorite themes. Leonard Maltin joins us now with more screen siblings.
Well, Mary, family is the foundation of our lives and often the foundation of good drama, too. Tonight I'm recommending films about brothers that cover a wide spectrum of relationships. And the inspiration for this video festival is the home video release of the latest hit movie about brothers, The Fabulous Baker Boys.
Good evening and welcome to the Starfire Lounge. My name is Frank Baker, and 88 keys across from me is my little brother Jack.
Yes, it's the ultimate piano lounge act, with real-life brothers Bo and Jeff Bridges as the team that's been together so long they could do this act in their sleep, and often do, until Michelle Pfeiffer joins the act and shakes things up. But the Baker Boys aren't the first movie musical siblings. Yes, it's Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi as the Blues Brothers, that deadpan duo of song who have a knack for infuriating people.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Eventually, the boys have all of Chicago chasing after them in this wild and funny film. It's back to the Wild West to meet the sons of Katie Elder, Dean Martin, Earl Holliman, Michael Anderson Jr., and John Wayne. This frontier foursome is trying to stand up to slimy bad guy George Kennedy and reclaim their mother's land. But they don't agree on how to go about it.
I'm going with you. I can draw pretty fast. We'll be famous, like the Dalton brothers.
Yeah, they're famous, but they're just a little bit dead. They were hung.
Speaking of outlaws, here's one Hollywood version of the legend of Jesse James, with Tyrone Power as Jesse and Henry Fonda as Frank.
My brother, Jesse, my kid brother, and I reckon I love you. But it ain't proving anything to let you get my head blowed off, or your own.
But fate decrees that they'll lead a violent life, at least in this old-fashioned, colorful Western. Finally, there's the poignant relationship between young hustler Tom Cruise and his autistic brother Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man.
Just thought maybe you'd like to go to Los Angeles with me, go see Fernando Valenzuela pitch.
Fernando Valenzuela pitch Saturday, not scheduled for pitch till Wednesday.
He's going to pitch on Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Well, I'm not doing anything on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Let's go to L.A.
Yeah.
It's on that journey that the two brothers who've only just met slowly forge a relationship, as we in the audience get to watch two terrific performances.
I like having you for my brother.
I'm an excellent driver.
Sure.
5 good movies, all available on video, including the newly released Fabulous Baker Boys. Of course, John and Mary, if you really want to get your money's worth out of just one video rental, you could always go out and get 7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
Thanks, Leonard.
I've already bought that one, Leonard. Thanks. The latest version of Elvis's early life is not so flattering. That story and more when we come back.
I don't have to look in the papers and find out, well, who's having the lowest price on this week. I can just go to Fred Meyer and see that they've got it.
I hate clipping ads. I might save on 1 or 2 items in another store, but my total bill is generally less here.
My time is worth a lot to me, and I can do everything when I come here.
One turkey thin coming up.
Who's got the roast beef on rye?
Now that's a sandwich. Yeah, step down. Who's hungry?
I'm hungry.
Well, what'll it be? Hungry?
Ham on wheat, and I like it thin.
Thin. Everybody likes it thin.
Introducing Thin Sliced, new from Oscar Mayer. Finally, that delicious deli taste comes fresh from your kitchen counter.
Yo, Vin, save some for the customers.
What's the name of this place anyway?
Hey, how about Dad's Deli?
Excavation is underway at the new Olinger Travel Homes, and Olinger is digging up the lowest prices of the year. Get excavation savings on the 1990 Itasca Spirit, $21,998 or $239 per month. The 25-foot Sunflyer reduced to $34,998 or $299 per month. And the 31-foot Sunflyer is $44,998, $399 per month. Prices hit rock bottom at the new Olinger Travel Homes, both locations, now.
He was an orphan without a home.
He stole my watch! Hey, kid!
Who stole the heart
When are we?
of the world's greatest detective.
Come on, Tracy, take me with you.
Get back in there and brush your teeth. Now they're beginning an adventure
Get out of here, kid!
Come on, Tracy, let's go.
that will lead to a friendship
You're all right, kid.
that will never end.
Put her there, detective.
Warren Beatty is Dick Tracy. Rated PG.
Starts Friday, June 15th at a theater near you.
My baby wrote me a Dear John letter. She's gone and vanished. She says it's better.
Hi, Clem.
Hello, Linda. I thought you'd vanished.
I did, with Vanish Drop-Ins, the easy bowl cleaner. I can't brush every day, so I drop in a Vanish Drop-Ins to help keep me clean and fresh between brushings.
Prettiest porcelain I ever seen. Wanna vanish together?
Oh, I love it when you talk clean.
Vanish Drop-Ins. Clean and simple.
Air transportation furnished and a promotional fee paid by Delta Airlines. From Europe to the Orient, from Mexico to Canada, Delta can fly you worldwide. At Delta, we love to fly, and it shows.
Celebrating a birthday today, actress Lauren Chapin turns 45. Actress Joan Collins is 57. Actress Barbara Barry is 59. Singer Rosemary Clooney, 62. Singer Helen O'Connell is 70. And bandleader Artie Shaw turns 80.
And national chiropractic group polled its members to find out which stars had the best posture. According to the Journal of Chiropractic, Charlton Heston has the most commanding posture, Mel Gibson the most macho, and Tom Cruise the sexiest. Among the women, Linda Carter was named the most statuesque and Linda Evans chosen the most graceful. Elvis Presley was not mentioned. However, if an account by a childhood friend is accurate, he probably slouched. According to Jim Denson, Elvis was a shy, pimply-faced kid whose mom held his hand on the walk to school. In a book he's written, Denson also claims that he and his brother taught Elvis how to play the guitar. Denson is currently looking for a publisher for that book. And when Los Angeles Kings hockey great Wayne Gretzky showed up at this year's Cannes Film Festival, it fueled rumors that he's planning a move from the ice arena to the movies. According to one theory, his knees are going bad and he'll quit playing. But don't buy a ticket to that Gretzky movie yet. He says there's about as much chance of him acting as his wife, actress Janet Jones, playing hockey.
Philadelphia's favorite son, Sylvester Stallone, is in town making Rocky V, but he took time out to receive the Dwight D. Eisenhower Fitness Award. David Eisenhower presented the award to the fitness-conscious Stallone.
I was really undernourished. I was a very, very small, weak child. So coming to full circle and developing mind and body together and to be recognized by such an august group as this is like winning an Academy Award.
In New York, the City Kids Foundation, which encourages kids from different ethnic backgrounds to excel, put on a Broadway benefit with help from concerned celebrities.
I feel a serious kinship because when these guys are the leaders, I'm going to be there. I don't want a country full of knuckleheads.
In Santa Monica, aviation garb was the rage at a rare auction of vintage airplanes to benefit the California Museum of Flying.
It's a sort of a first chance to, and maybe a last chance to be a part of the continuum of aviation history.
And while in New York, our own Mary Hart kicked off her second exercise video for Avon called Mary Hart Fit and Firm.
Remember to create that feeling of resistance in and out. On our Inside Story tomorrow, you'll meet comedians who are turning weirdness into a ticket to stardom.
We're going to leave you today with the Blues Brothers, Elwood and Jake, the alter egos of Dan Aykroyd and the late John Belushi. The song is Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. Enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow.
When my baby mistreats me, I'll never find a place to hide.
Next on PM Magazine, Barry Minkow formed a company at age 16. At age 20, he was in the money. Now he's in jail. Was it greed? His partner in crime tells all. Then stay tuned for Unsolved Mysteries tonight at 8 on Channel 8.